The Geneva boys get a hat trick from Dawson Schaefer and record a 5-1 win at Holy Name on Thursday afternoon in non-conference play as the Eagles close out the regular season. I thought Geneva did well, all things considered, here in this match. Look, I can tell you personally, living in Parma Heights, getting anywhere at that time of the day to Parma Heights off the freeway is not the easiest thing in the world. Geneva's bus ran into some accident traffic and some rubberneckers there on 480, and then they were finally able to get off the freeway, and they got there 10 minutes before the match. Then you're trying to get rondos in, you're trying to warm up, nature calls, all sorts of things. We've all been there for the latter, obviously. But there's only so much you can do in that situation, and Geneva started to show what it truly can be eventually as that match went along. That first half hour was not overly indicative, I think, as far as the attacking flow in that opening 40. They were just forcing their service. It was just too forced in general, especially with wide play. They kept trying to string that service out wide and hit wide runs that quite simply were not there. And then there was a lot of one versus the world dribbling, and I'm not a fan of that. You guys know that after all these years. But once the Eagles settled into who they are tactically and were winning balls and operating with some rhythm off the ball and combining with their passes and doing exactly what they have been doing for a large stretch of this year, the attacking looked a lot better. Certainly that last 5 minutes of the opening 40 was right up there, and at the start of the second half, it was on point in the attack. They did very well in that regard. And once they really listened to Jeff there, Jeff was telling them during the halftime talk, just play simpler. And they did. They played a lot simpler, and it looked a lot better, and they were able to pull away there. I mean, they had a 2-1 lead at the half, so don't get me wrong. It wasn't a complete disaster in that opening 40, but it could have been better. And when you have aspirations, once we get to what should be an interesting Division II district mix here in the next couple of weeks, you want to go in on a little bit better form, and they were able to find it eventually here. But you know, Geneva is such a great turnaround story, and I'm glad that I've got a chance to see them here before the end of the regular season. 2 years removed from winning one match all year, and they had a rough go of it, but this group has put together some nice form. They're 9-1-1 since September 6th, finished the regular season 11-4-1 overall. I love Schaefer's work rate up top, just works for everything, floats into midfield to get touches, very solid striker up top. Alex Luckington as a midfielder is a very solid playmaker in that side. Grant Mahalik gives them some good minutes there as well. In the back there, Caleb and Jay and some veteran guys there in the back. They had their moments. Jeff was mixing some different guys in and out there in that back line throughout the match, but they have some capability there as well. So there's a lot of capability in this group, and I think they have a chance to really keep this turnaround story going for a little bit longer here. If they can keep playing this way, that last 5 minutes of the opening 40, and then that stretch to start the second half, they could be a dangerous side once we get into this D2 district mix. I mean, West G is obviously dangerous. Hawken is playing better. Gilmore is improved, but you could make an argument that it's wide open. It could be one of those on any given day type of deals. And if they can really lock down there in the defensive third and they can keep that combination play going, who knows what can happen with Geneva. And I'm really happy for Jeff. He's done a great job building that program. The senior class should be very proud of the turnaround that they've helped to mastermind here. All the way around, Geneva should be very happy with the regular season they put together. And hopefully they can keep this feel-good story of area soccer for 2018 going just a little bit longer after a 5-1 victory over Holy Name on Thursday.